Yeah, that looks cool.
Critics, all that chit chat's gonna get you hurt. Yo, what is up, everybody? I am finally doing my movie review for Suicide Squad. As you can tell, nice little poster that I got for free when seeing the movie. Thanks, Cinemark. As I'm sure you guys can tell, I have been waiting for this movie for as long as I'm sure you guys have been. For a while now. I knew when they were making it. I knew all the production stuff, the first trailers, everything. I have been so hyped for this movie. And after the very controversial DC Cinematic Universe kind of format lately, after that's been kind of going down, I have been even more excited, or I guess I should say curious, to see Suicide Squad, to see this movie, all this crazy fun, music heavy trailers, all this stuff, all the hype building to it. How does DC's next cinematic universe film, how does it stand up? How does it hold? I'm just gonna be blunt with you guys, pretty fairly, I think. I think it holds up pretty fairly, actually. I think it's a pretty solid movie, actually. I don't think that it deserves a lot of the criticism that it's been getting, because if you guys know, if you've been keeping up at all a little bit recently, Suicide Squad has not been faring pretty well, specifically on Rotten Tomatoes. In fact, there is a change.org whatever petition online right now to get Rotten Tomatoes offline because of the reviews that they've been giving this movie, because I think it has like a 33% on Rotten Tomatoes, if not lower. So it is rotten on Rotten Tomatoes, and I think it's rotten that it's got that score. I don't think for 1 second that it deserves that score. Does it have problems? Yes, of course. There are some things wrong with this movie, and I feel like we're gonna start there. Let's start with the bad stuff, and then we'll move to the good stuff, okay? So let's throw it up on the screen, bad stuff first, now. Alright, so the bad stuff, the stuff that I thought could have been improved with this movie, in all honesty, was like the first 20 to 30 minutes. The first act of this movie I thought was horribly edited, like badly edited. And to be specific with you guys, I felt like it was edited like a trailer. The point of a movie trailer is to get the audience hyped for the movie. That means fast editing, a lot of like here, there, to make you start asking yourself questions like, what's going on? Why is that? Oh, that looks cool. This is awesome. That's how the very first act of this movie was edited. It should have started from here and then gone here and then worked up to the characters. Instead, it just kind of like blew its load right off the bat, and it was like, whoa, slow down. Like the movie started and I didn't really feel like I was watching the movie. I felt like I was watching a trailer for the movie, if you guys can understand what I mean. Next thing, again, with the first act of the movie is the music. Now I know if there's one thing about Suicide Squad so far, it's that the music has probably got your guys' attention, because it's damn well got mine. The music or the soundtrack for this movie is incredible, but the first act of this movie was just like, every time it changed a scene was a new song. As soon as that one ends, here's the start of a whole new song. As soon as that one ends, here's the start of a whole new song. And it was really only in the first act of this movie. There is a lot of songs throughout the movie that play often. Sometimes I feel like it was too often. Like it was like they had all these songs to choose from, but they didn't have enough time to like evenly work them in the movie. So they were just like, yo, one after the other, like we gotta get these songs in there, we gotta get these songs in there. As much as I deeply love the integration of music and film and how they can work together and make something beautiful, I just feel like there were some instances throughout Suicide Squad where I was like, okay, let's cut the music for a little bit and get more to like the movie, the story. Katie saw it with me. She said she didn't notice any of that. It may have been just me really looking into it. I'm sure half of the people won't even notice it throughout the film. All right, last bad thing, and then I'm gonna get on to the good stuff. Last bad thing I gotta talk about is the Suicide Squad itself, and frankly, how it goes into the end. Now, this is completely spoiler free. I'm not gonna give you guys away anything at all, but all I'm gonna let you know is that about half of the characters get a backstory and they get explained pretty well and you feel content with it, and about the other half you're like, I mean, I like you're cool characters from what I see, but I don't know what you're about. I don't know how you got here. I don't know what your morals are. And to be specific with it, I'm talking about Killer Croc and Captain Boomerang. Both two characters that I loved. I thought Jai Courtney as Captain Boomerang was actually fantastic. I loved his comedic relief. Killer Croc actually ended up playing a vital role. I just don't feel like that they got the character development that those characters needed. And then I feel like the villain overall, actually too, was another throwaway villain that we get too often now with superhero movies, was here, big bad plot, but don't really know why, or don't really know there's just not a lot of emotion tied to it. You know what I mean? But I let it slide because of how many characters there were and what they had to deal with. Overall, pretty well. That's just the gripe I had, is I feel like some characters needed a little bit more development. All right, now on to the good stuff. I know you guys are excited. I'm excited because there was a lot of good stuff in this movie. So let's throw it up. Here we go. Here is the good stuff in Suicide Squad. Alright, so to start it off right, I love the color scheme in this movie. And I know that's something that a lot of people might not pay attention to, but I loved it throughout the entire movie, throughout the marketing campaign, throughout everything. I mean, look at this. Look at how much that pops. And that stands actually for the whole movie. There is a huge portion of the movie where it's very drab and dark, but they play with color a lot in this movie. With the going from the outfits to the signs to the flashy music even makes it feel more colorful. It really is a big separation from something that like BVS was. It's honestly miles apart difference for me, and I really appreciated that. I really appreciated how fun it felt. The other thing that I loved in this movie was the emotion that they actually brought into it, specifically with Will Smith's character Deadshot. I love that Will Smith got to play him. I feel like he did an amazing job bringing with his story and his background into it. I love the character of Deadshot, and even as crazy as it sounds, but emotion with Harley Quinn and Joker and their whole love thing going on. Honestly, I think the biggest character that brought emotion and made it feel very human, funny enough, threw me a curveball, didn't see this coming, but was El Diablo, or I forget what the actor's name that plays him, but Diablo, probably, he is the biggest takeaway character from this film for me. I loved him so much. I thought he was probably the coolest Suicide Squad member for me. When you talk about like who he is as a person and what he stands for and how he plays into the movie and everything, I loved his character, El Diablo. Amazing. I think they hit it out of the park with that character. Another thing that I loved with the characters is how they bounced off of each other, the jokes that they made. I mean, when you think about it, when you throw all these different weird supervillains with each other, they're going to communicate and talk and joke and fuck around with each other in a really interesting way, and they did. And also, I gotta say it, guys, I gotta say it, respect to Heath Ledger. The man is a legend. He will always be remembered for what he did, and specifically in The Dark Knight. But Jared Leto, man, does an awesome job making this Joker stand out from the rest, and I really appreciate that. Only thing, I know this is the good part, but I forgot and I gotta squeeze it in there. I really did like the Joker. I feel like his introduction should have been a little bit better, and I really would have loved to see him interact with Batman, but I feel like that's coming in the future, so I'm gonna hold my breath on that. But the Jared Leto's Joker and Ben Affleck's Batman, I'm just telling you, I cannot wait to see a scene with them together. Alright guys, so to wrap this video up and put a nice little bow on it, I'm gonna give you guys my score. And for those of you who are new to the channel and don't know my grading system when it comes to movies, my grading system is a bronze medal, silver medal, gold medal, platinum, and diamond. So it's basically like a 1 to 5 system. So if I give it a gold, it's a 3 out of 5, a diamond, that's a 5 out of 5. But yeah, so with that out of the way, I'm gonna give Suicide Squad a gold medal. That's a 3 out of 5. I think it strongly deserves that. I would even go as far to say like a gold 0.5 or whatever, because like I said, there were very obvious things that I felt like could have been improved. I know there's some stuff that happened behind the scenes that affected the overall outcome, but my biggest takeaway in this video from me to you guys is just go see the movie. In all honesty, I really do think that you will enjoy it. Alright guys, so that is it. That's gonna be my time for this video. I hope you enjoyed it and what I had to say on Suicide Squad. Please go see it for yourselves. I feel like that's the best way for you guys to get a feel on it. Just go see the movie for yourself and you'll know for sure, but know that I am saying that I think you will enjoy the film. Other than that guys, if you liked the video, please be sure to smash that like button down below and click that red rectangle subscribe button. Subscribe to my channel and join the trip so you can be around for more awesome videos like this in the future. And as always guys, I will see you very soon. Thanks for watching.